Good evening and welcome to Foxborough's Conservation Commission meeting of August 10th, 2026 at the 7 p.m. at the Gala Meeting Room, Town Hall, Foxborough. This meeting will be broadcast live and recorded by Foxborough Cable Access. It being 7 p.m., do we have any public comments? If not, I'll open the meeting and Rebecca, do you have some minutes?
I do. I reviewed the minutes from July 13th, and they looked accurate and complete to me. I didn't have any changes or corrections. Anybody else? Then I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 13th, 2026.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? 27?
I wasn't here for the meeting on the 27th. I don't know if anybody, and I haven't had a chance to watch it, so I don't know if anybody else reviewed the minutes in my absence.
I asked someone else to please read them because Rebecca wasn't here.
I don't know if anybody took you up on that offer.
No, probably not. Anybody, any comments? Okay, we'll hold that then. It's close enough. It's 7:05. Katie, would you like to?
Pursuant to Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and Foxborough's Wetlands Protection Bylaw, Chapter...
Just pull it closer to you. Yeah, thank you.
Chapter 267, the Conservation Commission will open a public meeting on Monday, August 10th, 2026 at 7:05 p.m. in the Gala Meeting Room, Foxborough Town Hall, 40 South Street, or via Zoom, on a request for determination of applicability filed by Aaron and Jean Fine for the installation of a 10-foot wide planting buffer strip at 141 Moore Street, Assessors Map 149, Parcel 6, within 100 feet of a wetland resource area. The application is available for public inspection in the Conservation Office at Town Hall. This notice can also be found on the Massachusetts Newspapers Publishers Association website at masspublicnotices.org.
Mr. Gray.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission. For the record, my name is Cameron Gray. I'm with Bay Colony Group, here on behalf of our client, Aaron and Jeannie Fine, for our project at 151 Moore Street. If I can share my screen, I'll put up the plan that we submitted to the Commission. So 151 Moore Street is located on the western side of Moore Street. It's located behind the old glue factory at 131 Moore Street. It's the site that used to have a whole bunch of trailers on it. I'm sure the Commission was familiar with that. So there's wetlands located in the western portion of the property, just off the site, and in this southern corner here. We're proposing to construct a garage as well as relocate some existing temporary buildings on the site, all of which will take place well outside the 100-foot buffer zone. So I can kind of trace it with my mouse here. It's the 100-foot buffer zone. So this project had to go before the planning board for site plan approval, and part of that approval is we need to provide a 10-foot wide buffer strip in order. So that could be landscaping, which is what we're proposing. So that will result in approximately 390 square feet of alteration within the buffer zone. And it'll take place about 61 feet from the wetlands at its closest point. The computer seems to be going a little slow, but we also prepared a planting plan as part of this project. We went out and reviewed the site. I went with Dave and Craig. And we looked at this site's currently functioning as a landscaping contractor's yard. So there's a variety of material piles out there as well as temporary structures. This site is an active site, definitely, so he's always moving stuff around. But this garage is going to be permanent. And then those temporary structures may move around periodically. But what I'm here to discuss is essentially just the plantings within the buffer zone in order to do our buffer strip. We went before planning board on the 23rd of July, and the project was approved. And with that, I have nothing else to add.
I know, I drove out, but I wasn't able to get out and inspect the areas. I know you did the sidewalk,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, Dave and I went out. It was a heavily disturbed site, and I believe this is just for about 4 or 5 trees that will be planted within the buffer zone. So I don't see there being any alteration to the wetland. And again, it's in a very compacted and disturbed area. So a positive change, if any. So.
Dave, any comments?
No. If you can see him in 2 years from now, it'll be something. Because of the piles out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. Any other questions or comments?
No, it seems like a net positive.
I'll make a motion to issue a negative determination, number 2.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it coming around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, QC. Nightmare.
So much paper.
Passing out glass of me. It's not a mistake.
Okay, 710, we have 108 Washington Street.
Pursuant to Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, Wetlands Protection Act, and Foxborough's Wetlands Protection Bylaw, Chapter 267, the Conservation Commission will open a public hearing on Monday, August 10, 2026, at 7:10 p.m. in the Gala Meeting Room, Foxborough Town Hall, 40 South Street, or via Zoom, on a notice of intent filed by Dan Krantz, FXPL LLC, to renovate an existing building to create a service dog training center at 108 Washington Street, Assessors Map 30, Parcel 15. Portions of the proposed work lie within 100 feet of a wetland resource area. The application is available for public inspection in the Conservation Office at Town Hall. This notice can also be found on the Massachusetts Newspaper Publishers Association website at masspublicnotices.org.
Thank you. Good evening. Just for the record, Scott Morrison from VHB. Here with me tonight is Dean Anastas, engineer from VHB, as well as Woody and Beth from the craft group. So we're here tonight for a project located at 108 Washington Street called Patriots Facility. It's a training facility for service dogs for veterans. The existing site conditions consist of an existing structure, access road that swings around. This is the self-storage building, and there's a large area parking lot that's got a lot of material just stored there currently. There are 3 wetland resource areas, as you can see here. All these kind of generally flow towards the south and kind of merge together. We've got the 25-foot buffer zone and then the 100-foot buffer zone here. The project consists of redevelopment of an existing 4.3-acre site. The building will be renovated with a, let me switch to the next sheet here. The building will be renovated with an expansion area here. This area of existing pavement will be removed and converted to lawn and landscaping. There'll be a fence installed so that they've got areas for dog training through here. In through here, there's going to be a smaller kind of segmented area fenced in, kind of turnout area for dogs that will have a synthetic turf material surface. And we're also proposing realignment and reconstruction of the sidewalks and some grading in this area. We did receive a Mass DEP file number late this afternoon, 157-0677 for the project. I know we had talked at the site walk about that. I wanted to thank the commission members and the agent for coming out earlier today to conduct a site walk where we walked the site, looked at these wetland resource areas towards the rear. Based upon the site visit, the commission, or the agent asked that we address a couple things. There were a couple arborvitae, 3 arborvitae located here. Craig asked if we could switch those from arborvitae to a red cedar, which would be a native plant species. We don't have any issues with that. Another comment he raised, which is a good comment, is to install a orange construction fence to prevent any encroachment into the 25-foot buffer zone. There's generally a kind of a berm along the slope here so that any water that generates from the site flows down into the existing stormwater system. So that will be an added feature to prevent any encroachment towards those wetland resource areas. The other comment, there was some question about the synthetic turf, what the infill is. If you recall, like infill for, generally like sports stadiums, that sort of thing, you use a rubberized synthetic material as infill into that synthetic turf. In this particular case, because it's not going to be used for athletic reasons, we can either not use infill at all or use a sand for the infill. So either way, you wouldn't have any rubberized material beyond the synthetic turf that may be able to wash away, something like that. And then the last comment is the operations and maintenance plan. The operations and maintenance plan is going to be, or is submitted through the Board of Health. As soon as the Board of Health approves that, we can provide a copy to this Conservation Commission for the operations maintenance plan for the site, particularly like dog cleanup. It will be a training facility, it's not, as I was explaining during the site walk, it's not your typical site where you turn your dog loose, let the dog go out, go to the bathroom, call the dog back in, and it stays there. It's a more formal use. There'll be other dogs using that area, so I would anticipate that if a dog goes to the bathroom in these areas, it'll be immediately picked up and disposed of properly. We are removing approximately 0.3 acres of impervious, as you can see here. That existing parking lot today, that will be removed.
How much did you say?
0.3 acres.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 23. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's only a little
Yes,
over a 4-acre
yes,
site,
okay.
so 0.3.
Yeah.
So a considerable amount of impervious given the site conditions. And again, everything will drain. There's an existing stormwater system that was designed and permitted in 2014. So all that will remain in place, and essentially because of that berm, any of this flow will sheet flow into those stormwater basins for pre-treatment and treatment before any discharge. So I think that's a pretty good summary of the project. I'd be happy to answer questions if the commission has any at this point.
Are you happy, Craig?
Yeah, before the site visit, I had sort of quite a few concerns and questions, which I did share with the commission. But at the site visit, we covered them all, and I feel like they were all addressed. With that, again, having the operations management plan sent to us, I do think should be a condition of this.
A condition, yeah. Yep.
And that can be shared at a later date.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? You had something, Jim, or?
No, I'm all set.
You all set?
Yeah.
So the area that you guys are, where is the parking lot now, what is that going to become again? Is that, you said?
So this area is currently parking lot. They will leave spaces for some, they're realigning the roadway a little bit, leaving spaces for cars to park here, but the remainder of it will be removed and converted to maintain lawn.
Grass, okay.
Grass, yes.
Any other questions, comments? Any questions from the audience? Okay. I will make a motion.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing on 108 Washington Street.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? I'll make a motion, order of conditions.
Making a motion to issue an order of conditions for 108 Washington Street, subject to
Board of Health.
Board of Health O&M plan to be provided.
Operation maintenance plan.
Yeah, that's the O&M. Revisions to the plan, right, for the different trees,
Yep. And the addition of the orange fencing.
the orange fencing.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None?
Thank you very much.
To reach out.
Yeah.
It's the big one.
This one's
Well, we're not paving it. So that's,
We have a continued for 90 Mill Street. And did everyone sign in? Okay. Thank you.
yes, some. Submitted the letter.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the commission. For the record, my name is Cameron Gray, here on behalf of the client for 90 Mill Street. So we left 90 Mill Street last time that we presented it, and in order to comply with the riverfront regulations, we went back to review it to see if there was any additional changes, and that we're designing this project to the maximum extent practical, which is the wording within the regulation. So we went back, and if I could share my screen, I prepared a revised plan. So we went back and reviewed the plan. So a lot of this area I need in order to maintain the existing topography and tie into it in order to construct this project. But I was able to review the backyard area here and bring in the limits essentially of the backyard. So that resulted in about 3,700 square feet less of backyard area as a result of bringing this in. And then I tied into the slope here and tied into the slope up here. I also proposed a few trees along this limit of work here. Since this is an unavoidable disturbance that we're going to be conducting in this area, some plantings will help mitigate that. And with that, we really have nothing else to add. We were able to go out and do a site walk with Rebecca, Mr. Bodie, and Craig, and it's a unique site with varying topography throughout it, and it just took a little bit of design for us to make this project work while maintaining the existing grade around the site.
Yeah, trying to remember the wording. It was the, again, needed to show that it met the performance standards to the maximum extent possible, I think. You know, you
I thought we
reduce the
mentioned that
lawn
last
as
time.
realistically as much as you could, and then adding the trees and some more erosion controls. I do think meets that standards. 'Cause, again, with that topography, as you said, there's not many other options for that site. So,
Yeah, having been out there for the site walk, I think it was really thoughtfully designed how you situated the
Thank you.
house on the property. And I definitely like the addition of the trees and bringing it in a little.
David, do you have any questions, comments?
You mentioned about planting some trees there, but what about in the back of the septic system area, the slope? I mean, they're not gonna mow it, and can you get some native ground cover plants in there?
So this slope will be stabilized. We obviously don't want runoff going down here, but any runoff is going to be traveling a significant ways across the grass area before we have any runoff going towards any woods or anything like that. And being out on this site, we're not really directing any runoff towards the riverfront. So the river's located across Mill Street, and then we have a drainage ditch down in this area. But a majority of this runoff back here is going to an existing low area right here. It's kind of behind the podium for you guys, but.
But the slope behind the septic system, I'm not concerned about the runoff. We understand that, but planting native plants on there, ground cover, that can take over that slope and hold it, because you're not gonna grow grass there. It's too steep for mowing.
No,
Again, maximizing, the loss in the riverfront area, trying to maximize and getting some of the native growth on these disturbed areas. It's like part of the alternative analysis.
yeah. I mean, I don't show it, but this back area, we're basically at the limits of the 200 riverfront area. I felt the plantings were more, I guess, a better use down in this area since I'm towards that drainage ditch and it's going to be a little bit of flow going back towards that way.
What do you think? You want to condition it? You want to condition it to put?
I think you should come up with some alternative natural ground cover plantings there. But they don't have to be maintained, they'll take over it, they'll hold that slope. But native.
So would like a certain seed mix or something like that be acceptable?
Yeah, a native seed mix.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you could propose that, yeah.
I assume you're gonna have regular grass on the other slope that's on this side of the,
The lawn area.
This one right here.
yeah. Is that gonna be native grass? Are they gonna mow that, be able to mow that steep slope?
So these contours, it's a 3-to-1 slope, but yeah, it just looks busy. These contours are only 1-foot contours, but the intention was to maintain it as all grass in that area.
Okay.
Anything else?
You guys have thoroughly reviewed the site.
You all set, Craig?
I don't have anything else to add.
Okay. All right, close the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing on 90 Mill Street.
You hear a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? None? Got an order of conditions that, with the
Hasn't been,
extras in there?
got it right here.
Yep.
Correct names. The hearing was closed, but did you?
Want to make a motion to issue an order of conditions?
Do you want to see that revision on the plan?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to issue an order of conditions for 90 Mill Street, provide a revised plan showing the, it's not going to be plantings, but the seed mix used
Yep.
on that location along the the area. I don't have a plan for
Yeah.
it. You know where I'm talking.
Southeast corner.
The rear of the
southwest.
septic.
Rear, over by the septic. Yeah.
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Thank you.
Thank you.
Diana, what's this 473 A South Street?
Remember, that is the house that was built on the other side of South Street. They gave two parcels of land near the stream, and they built a house
Okay,
over on the other side of South Street going towards Mansfield.
oh. Okay,
know
beyond,
that, yeah.
beyond
Yeah.
Route 106?
Yeah.
Going down, okay.
Yeah, so, and they came in a couple years ago, and they got a certificate of compliance on the house, but they had a 2-year growing period.
Oh,
So the 2-year
okay.
growing period has passed, and Craig and a botanist
Yeah. it's
went out
Ken
there
Thomas.
to inspect it. So now they want a full certificate of compliance.
Do they provide something that says it's substantially complied with the 2-year growing period?
They sent a letter.
Yeah, from the botanist?
A letter from Kenneth Thompson, the botanist. It said there's 2 growing seasons and reestablished with 75% cover of native plant species.
Good. That's what we require, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the one next to the stream?
What's that?
Is that the one next to the stream?
Yeah, the stream is in the backyard, yeah.
Is it heavy?
That's Wading River,
Yeah, it was all invasive species there.
yeah.
That was part of it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Make a motion to issue a COC for 473A South Street.
Second?
Getting my stuff here.
discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? None? All right. Do you have anything else, Craig?
Yeah, just a quick one is the Hersey Farm lease from the Mass Department of Agriculture is up for renewal this year. And so just last week I went on a site walk with somebody from MDAR, and the site walk was completed, and now there's some paperwork aspects, so that process is underway. It would be another 10-year lease.
Great.
Good.
Sounds great.
That's all the news from me.
Anyone else have anything? Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to close the hearing?
Second?
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Thank you.